Okay, let's continue with the Tulsi stuff. So, Tulsi seems to think people care what she believes, and she's not wrong because she put out a statement about Ukrainian biolabs, which is the new hot thing, and it got 2.5 million views. So let's go through it piece by piece. Here is Tulsi Gabbard talking about Ukrainian biolabs, literally Russian propaganda.
Here are the undeniable facts. There are 25 to 30 U.S. funded biolabs in Ukraine.
Now, it's, first of all, it's not clear that there's 25. There are some Ukrainian biolabs supported by a program from the Department of Defense, which is part of a consortium which supports biolabs all over the world, which research pathogens and how to respond to a potential bioweapon. Okay? So Tulsi wants you to think the U.S. is uniquely funding bioweapons development labs in Ukraine. Not what's happening. The U.S. is part of a program that supports but does not operate biolabs which research pathogens and defenses all over the world, some of which are in Ukraine. Extensive reporting on this by BBC. Extensive reporting on this by the New York Times. So like already the first sentence is extraordinarily deceptive, if not dishonest.
To the U.S. government, these biolabs are conducting research on dangerous pathogens. Ukraine is in an active war zone with widespread bombing, artillery, and shelling, and these facilities.
It's funny because at this point, who would be like, guys, we really need Tulsi for moral clarity on what should happen there. It's like, what are you talking about? What? I don't know why anyone even cares what she says, but clearly people do. So we're looking at it.
Even in the best of circumstances, could easily be compromised and release these deadly pathogens. Now, like COVID, these pathogens know no borders. If they are inadvertently or purposely breached or compromised, they will quickly spread all throughout Europe, the United States, and the rest of the world, causing untold suffering and death. So in order to protect the American people, the people of Europe, the people around the world, these labs need to be shut down immediately, and the pathogens that they hold need to be destroyed.
Now, it's completely legitimate to say, hey, what sort of security is there when you have these labs in places that are getting shelled and bombed? That's perfectly legitimate. But this is all part of the Biden-Harris are doing the wrong thing. The U.S. is doing the wrong thing. Biden and Harris aren't shutting them down. These are not American labs to shut down. And there's nothing unique about the fact that these labs are there. And so with all of these things, the way that the grifters will defend it is to go, David, are you saying there's no danger to one of these labs getting bombed? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, why is Tulsi putting out a 2-minute video about this? And why is the entire attitude that this is what you're not being told? And there's something special about these labs in Ukraine. There's over 50 of these labs around the world. Many of them are in Europe. There's nothing particularly pernicious about it.
Instead of trying to cover this up, the Biden-Harris...
See, so who's covering it up? What are you talking about? These are all the U.S. publicly, and by the way, it has nothing to do with Biden. The U.S. has publicly been part of this consortium that supports this research for, I forget how long, at least 10, 15 years.
Administration needs to work with Russia, Ukraine, NATO, the UN to immediately implement a ceasefire for all military action in the vicinity of these labs until they're secured. And these
No, Tulsi, we need a permanent ceasefire. Like, what do you mean? We're going to all imagine. Can you imagine? Look at those people she listed. She says we need Russia, the Biden administration, Russia, Ukraine, NATO, and the UN all need to come together and negotiate a ceasefire until the labs are shut down. What? No, we just need to be negotiating a ceasefire, and there's nothing special or pernicious or being covered up about these labs. But people hear this and they think, oh my God, Nobody's telling us that this is going on. What are you talking about?
Pathogens are destroyed. In addition to all this, the U.S. funds around 300 biolabs around the world.
I don't even know that that number's accurate either.
Who are engaging in dangerous research, including gain of function, similar to the lab in Wuhan, where COVID-19 may have originated from.
Unproven.
Now, after realizing how dangerous and vulnerable these labs are, they should have all been shut down 2 years ago.
Now, that seems completely insane. Shut down all labs? Remember when Mike Pillow? Oh, damn it. I actually forgot. I have new, I have to add these. Remember this?
We're doing a class action lawsuit against all machines.
Okay. When, you guys remember when Pillow said he was suing all machines? It's like, what are you, Tulsi, shut down all labs? What are you talking about? So we're going to let the people developing the bioweapons, because that's actually being done in secret. Okay. There are countries around the world secretly doing bioweapons research. And Tulsi's idea is shut down every lab researching pathogens and how we would respond to a bioweapon attack. What are you talking about? Why would we shut down all of that? That doesn't make any sense. End the research? Like what? It's absurd. It's as absurd as my washing machine getting sued by Pillow. Okay, here's a little more.
But they haven't.
Right. They haven't because they're doing research, Tulsi, and most of these places are in regions that are not at any kind of risk.
Now, this is not a partisan political issue.
No, it's just weird fear-mongering.
The administration and Congress need to act now for that.
How is the administration going to shut down, Brazilian biolabs? What are you talking about? It's absurd. It's completely absurd. So anyway, Mitt Romney actually had a good take, which is Tulsi is parroting false Russian propaganda. Her treasonous lies may well cost lives. I'm not a guy who is like on the Romney train for politics. I voted for Obama over Romney. But if Mitt Romney were the worst of the Republican Party, this country would be much better off. Unfortunately, Romney's the best of the Republican Party. Now, I already know that some grifters are out there saying, well, Romney never served in the military and Tulsi did. What does that have to do with her absurd parroting of Russian propaganda and suggesting all labs be shut down? Why does Mitt Romney need to serve in the military to be able to give us his opinion on that? And I think it was Greenwald who started with that. Romney didn't serve in the military, neither did his kids, but Tulsi did. She wants all labs shut down, and she's literally repeating the propaganda talking points of some Russian minister of affairs, Maria Korakova or something like that. It's just shocking. It's shocking. Okay, so anyway, Tulsi is calling for his resignation. What I love about Tulsi calling for Romney's resignation is who cares what Tulsi thinks? Tulsi thinks someone should resign. Oh, okay. Continue. Please proceed, Governor.
Please proceed, Governor.
Mitt Romney, this is Tulsi tweeting. You have called me a treasonous liar for stating the fact that there are 25 U.S.-funded biolabs in Ukraine, which, if breached, would release and spread deadly pathogens to U.S. and the world, and therefore must be secured in order to prevent new pandemics. Bizarrely, you claim that securing these labs, or even calling for securing them, is treasonous. No, he didn't say that asking for secure labs is treasonous. That's not what he said. He said you're parroting Russian talking points, which you are. Then she said, Senator Romney, please provide evidence that what I said is untrue and treasonous. If you cannot, you should do the honorable thing. Apologize and resign from the Senate. There you go. So Tulsi calling for Mitt Romney's resignation. I'm sure he'll take that under advisement.